And good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1620. It is November 1st. Woo! November 1st. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. My neighbor's got landscapers out working, and I'm like, God, why are they up so early? And then I'm like, oh, shit, it's 9:15. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Halloween last night. How was your Halloween? I had a few beers. I actually got a lot of progress on I wanted to preload a bunch of listings for next week's Collector's Corner. Fingers crossed it works. Collector's Corner this week. So I preloaded a bunch of stuff on the couch last night, and we had trick-or-treaters. You know, we didn't have as many trick-or-treaters as what I thought. Now, we did have a lot. We had a lot. But I thought it really died down. Like, I think our last trick-or-treater was at like 7. Now, I remember, and maybe this is misremembering, but I remember, like, I thought we were trick-or-treating out late at night, like up to 9 o'clock. And I don't remember our, like, hours of trick-or-treating. Now, we don't have, in Madison does not have designated trick-or-treat hours. Like some communities have 5 to 7, 4 to 7, 5 to 8. We don't have any. It's just, yeah, I think 5 to 7 is kind of the recognized trick-or-treat hours, but there's no, like, I mean, we leave our porch light on until, I think last year we left it on until like 8:30, but we didn't have anybody after 8. I don't know if we had any trick-or-treaters after 7 last night. However, I did count. I counted the trick-or-treaters last night. We had 126, which is about what I thought we had last year. I didn't really count, but I'm like, we probably had over 100 last year. They came in waves. Like it was weird. Like we had like at the beginning, like maybe 5. And I mean, that was 126 within like a 90-minute time span, like 5:30 to 7. We had like 2, and then a few minutes later we had 2. And then we had 1, and then we had 3. And then all of a sudden it's like a wave where there's a group of 20, and then there's a group of 6, and then there's a group of 8, and then there's 2 or 3. And it was just, the 6 o'clock hour was pretty popular. So yeah. But I thought, especially being on a Friday night, I thought like more people would come into the neighborhood, like, hit different neighborhoods. And, I thought we would have trick-or-treaters definitely after 7, and probably a few trick-or-treat tricklers after 8, but it was not the case, which was okay. I went ahead and turned the porch light off at a little after 8, I think. Took Ernie out to go potty a few minutes after 8, and I'm like, it's pretty dead. Neighborhood's dead. I don't see a single person out on the streets, so let's shut the lights off. We only went through, I think we gave out less candy. Now, my wife handled the candy more last night than the last couple of years, where we usually like trade it off back and forth. And my wife was like excited to like go for it. Like, I'll just kind of hang out back here. But I just let the kids, when I like go to the door, I just put the bowl out, and they can take how many ever they want. My wife's like, you can take 2 per person. And I just don't give a shit. So that's probably why we went through more candy last year, because we were trading off. Like, it's your turn. It's your turn. And when it was my turn, just take whatever the hell you want. So kids were probably just taking a whole bunch of candy. I had basketball and football score a treat packs last night. Once again, now they didn't have Pokemon. We had a few kids ask for Pokemon, but I didn't have any. And I don't think they made the Pokemon. I don't think they made the Pokemon like Halloween packs this year. But football, basketball, once again, basketball was more popular than football, which is surprising to me. I am surprised, because I don't see that in my business. And basically, I'm selling these types of cards. And I see definitely a lot more popularity with football than I do basketball, in that type of market. Now, the target demographic for trick-or-treaters, not going to be buying cards from my eBay store or on eBay Live, most likely. We had probably more girls. I should have tallied this. It wasn't even a thought until my wife mentioned it. She goes, I've had more girls ask for cards or want cards than boys. And I'm like, that's cool. So that was kind of a cool something my wife picked up on. So we have like one whole bag that we'll just return or take it to, I think, dentist office which is weird. Dentist office taking candy. I don't know. My wife used to take it to a dentist office, I think. We may just, because we got an unopened bag, I think we'll probably just return it to Costco. And I have a few packs left. I think I have like one basketball pack left out of the 40, and then maybe 10 football packs. What I'll do is I'll probably throw them in an eBay Live in like a lot with other random packs. Like, here's be good. I wonder how pack sales will do around Christmas on eBay Live. Curious about that. So that was Halloween. Now it's November 1st, and we can move on with Christmas season. Fire up that Christmas music, Hallmark movies, basketball. College basketball tips off on Monday. I'm stoked. It's back, college basketball season. Here we go. I don't know. My alma mater, Western Illinois Leathernecks, are shitty. I think I looked this up the other day. I think they start the season Wednesday night. Wisconsin starts Monday night against Campbell. I don't know if I'm going to re-up my ESPN Plus subscription. Oh, wait, no. Western does play Monday. For some reason, it's not showing up on the schedule. So they play Radford on Monday night. So, and then they play Iowa, the Hawkeyes, on Friday. So maybe I will get my ESPN Plus launched here pretty soon. I did an eBay Live yesterday. We had some glitches, not as bad as like Wednesday, Thursday. But I had one user tried to bid on a couple different things, couldn't bid. He backed out, came back in a little bit later and was able to bid. And another guy say he was having some like payment issues. He had to leave the stream to go pay, which was weird. And then on my end, I had like the auction screen was not updating. And actually that was on the others. Like you could see it as well, where we were on auction 97, but it was showing it was on like auction 62, which is odd. Now it doesn't affect me on the back end because I write the names down. It could affect like they won auction 62, but it was actually auction 17. So if I have to go back and look, that could be effed up, which I've had to do on a few occasions. So hopefully, I don't know what the hell's going on, but hopefully it's fixed soon. So I did, and before I go to the chat, so last night what I was doing was, man, I loaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. About 30 slabs last night. I preloaded. For my Wednesday night collector's corner, I got some Mickey mantles. I bought these from the Rabbit Hole Auctions debut auction, a 61 tops mantle and a PSA 2, a 62 tops and a PSA 3. These are going to be up on Wednesday night collector's corner, a PSA 1 from the 1960 tops, the 1968 tops game piece. What else did I preload? I got a Gem Mint 10 Wemby rookie. These are all going to be on my eBay Live Wednesday night. 2007 Ultra Legendary 13 Michael Jordan PSA 9. Simone Biles Gem Mint 10. Peyton Manning Molten Metal in a PSA Gem Mint 10. Let's see. A Tom Brady second-year Prism Silver and a PSA 9. Dan Marino, who's always popular in my streams, graded Donruss Preferred Graded Series and a Gem Mint 9.5 from Beckett. This is a cool Michael Jordan. Need to get a Michael Jordan practice used jersey swatch when he was with the Wizards. That was like some special that they put out that I assume Beckett put out, I guess. I got a BCCG 10 Derek Jeter rookie. BCCG 9 sample Derek Jeter. Barry Bonds game used bat in the BCCG holder. I have a Sammy Sosa one of those. Zay Flowers numbered out of 18 rookie and a PSA 9. These are all going to be up on Wednesday night. This is unique. It's probably only going to go for a few bucks. It's a 1-of-1 from the Hawaii Trade Conference, Kit Young's Hawaii Trade Conference, 2000 Fleer Tradition Glossy, Travis Dawkins and Jason LaRue. I just figured I'm probably going to have a pretty good audience, so I'll run some of this random stuff. 68 Topps Game, Willie Mays in an SGC4. Darryl Strawberry, 84 Donruss rookie in a PSA 8. This is cool. I bought this at the Madison Card Show last week. A Michael Jordan game-used bat relic in a PSA 7. Got this from Denny, who goes by Dairyland Picker in the chat. I also got this from Denny. 71 Topps Gale Sayers, a near mint 7. PSA 7 on the Gale Sayers. Kevin Durant rookie in a SGC 8. LeBron James rookie in an SGC 8. Michael Jordan Jam City insert from 95-96 Fleer Ultra. Mark McGuire Team USA SGC 8. Patrick Mahomes rookie in an SGC 9. Bijan Robinson Silver Prism Variation rookie in a 9. 99 Topps Chrome Kobe Bryant SGC 8.5. Got a Josh Allen rookie in an SGC 8.5. And a Larry Bird rookie in a PSA 7. So those are all going to be up for grabs, along with, I'm also going to load, I think these are loaded. Yeah, I got a Cub, SGC 1 Thomas Needham, T205. Let's see. We'll run the Hulk Hogan PSA 6 with Andre the Giant from 87 Topps. Let's see. These are just some random stuff. Tom Brady PSA 8 rookie card. Lane Johnson autograph PSA 10. This is numbered out of 35. Peyton Manning PSA 9 rookie card. This is pretty cool. Calvin Johnson rookie. This is a limited edition dealer exclusive. I think a print run of 10 on that. Taysom Hill Gold Prism, numbered out of 10 in a PSA 9. Mark McGuire 70th home run ticket stub. And the Barry Sanders autograph from 1996. So those are all going up in eBay Live Wednesday night for Collector's Corner. So some good stuff coming to Collector's Corner on Wednesday night. I've got other stuff I just haven't loaded yet. We'll have some good stuff. All right, now let's go to the chat. By the way, my next eBay live stream today, 1 o'clock. We'll do a lot of raw singles, probably some cheap slabs and sealed packs. Today at 1 Central, eBay Live. 2 shows tomorrow, 1 and 7 Central for Sunday. Dan's here. What's going on? Listening to my YouTube Christmas playlist. Cheers to that. You know what? I have an idea. I've got a bunch of penny sleeves on the floor. You know what a company needs to do? Slip-resistant penny sleeves. I am so sick and tired of grabbing a stack of cards in penny sleeves and then it's like they explode everywhere because they slip. They're so slippery. Slip-resistant penny sleeves. There probably are, and they're probably more expensive, and I'm too cheap to buy them. But I wish they could make slip-resistant penny sleeves for the same price as regular penny sleeves. Is that too much to ask? Gundy, what's going on? Good morning. Cooter, good morning. No Christmas season doesn't start until after Thanksgiving. No, that's not the case. Don't give in to the consumerism marketing. Just say no. No, just say yes, because it gives us something to be happy about. Nobody celebrates Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a great holiday. I love Thanksgiving. We can celebrate. Thanksgiving isn't a season. There's no such thing as Thanksgiving music. There's like one Thanksgiving movie, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like Christmas is like a season. It's not a day. It's not a week. Hell, it's not even a month. It's 2 months. Christmas season is upon us. It's November 1st. Celebrate. Fight the Cooters of the world. Give into consumer marketing. I love it. Like I'm not going to go buy shit, but I'm going to view the movies and listen to the music. Actually, I am going to give in if there's any Black Friday, Black November deals. I doubt there will. I wonder if there is. Blowout. I don't know if Blowout's doing anything. It's gone downhill, but I mean, I don't blame them because people are buying without discounts and sales. So why have a big blowout sale for Christmas season when people are buying at full price anyway? So like, I guess I don't blame them. It sucks. It used to be, man, it used to be fun. All the deals you could get Black November. And it was always funny reading like the blowout forums and following the thread of the the wave sales and the Black Friday sale. And people, this sucks. It used to be great. And it's like, it's still great. Like you're always going to have that hindsight where like, yeah, there were some years I got some amazing stuff. And I remember people complaining. It was even better last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. This sucks. Now in hindsight, man, 2017 Black Friday, whoo, got some Giannis RPA that I ended up selling. This is obviously pre-COVID. Pulled a Giannis RPA out of 75. It sold for, I think, $80. Now it's like at one point it was like a $3,000. I think it's still probably a $2,000 card. I pulled it out of a $10 or $20 box on Black Friday. Heritage Minor League 2011 Heritage Minor League boxes were like $60 a box. Those were going for like $400 at one point. Probably still are. I wonder what those boxes are going for. Probably the best was 2017 was awesome, but 2018, 2011 Heritage Minor box. Let's see, last sold. Wow, they've gone up even more since. Doesn't look like there's any sold lately. All right, so we'll just see what the so none recently sold, but it's one of those that it's so $530 is the lowest buy it now price. There's one for $700, $750. There's one for $1,000, $600, $600. So there you go. None have recently sold, but I could probably go back and dig through eBay and see what the latest sales were. But there you go. I bought a case of them for $60 each. Bought a case for $600. That's what a box is going for now. And I was happy to flip them for like 100, 110 back in 2017, 2018. And then 2018, Black Friday, 2018 Topps update, cases. I bought a case for, I think, 2018 update. I bought a case for $450. $450 for a case of 2018 update. Let's see what the sold on a box, a single box, most recently sold for $1,400. Blaster boxes sell for $300. If I could turn back time. I was thrilled to turn that $450 investment into $1,700. There's no regrets because you never know. You never know. That stuff just kept going up. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it just kind of stayed like 28. You could have loaded up on 2019, 2020, 21 Heritage Minor League. It certainly didn't go up like 2011 did. You can get those for about the same price that you were getting them for in 2019, 2020. Man. Yeah, I flipped the case and I think I bought 2 blaster cases, which blaster cases I think were 40. Is it 40 boxes in a blaster case back then? Let's see. It was 20 or 40. Might have been 20. 2018 Topps Update Baseball 10 count blaster. 16 box factory sealed case. I bought 2 of them and I ripped them. 16 box factory sealed case recently sold about a month ago for $4,200. And you could buy those on Black Friday in 2018 for about $200, maybe $250. But all right, let's go. Moving on. Andy Mack, good morning. Gem City Card Show, good morning. I'm with Cooter Bah Humbug. You guys suck. Gosh, damn. You guys suck. Dan says to Cooter, get your ass to Costco and buy a tree. Hell yeah. Get that tree up, Cooter. I'm with Dan. Fire up that Christmas music. Gundy says, I'm with Cooter. Gundy, you suck too. Max says, thank God it's over. You guys all suck. Boo. Sunflower, what's going on? Work has been getting in the way, and I've missed a lot of streams this week. I noticed you've been missing. What is your gut projection for this weekend's eBay Live? Good, great, ugly. I'm going to say good. I'm going to say good, not great, not ugly. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. I think hopefully now that we've moved on to November, and I don't know if I don't know how much you've heard me talk about the issues that the glitches and the tech issues that eBay has had on the back end. It's been brutal, which has made some of my streams ugly. Wrestling night was brutal. And that was just, I don't think wrestling night was brutal because of the glitches. I think people have just lost interest in wrestling night. And I'm not going to run. And I know it's kind of like the chicken or the egg argument. Like, well, if you run crappy stuff, people aren't going to come in, but it's like, hey, I'm on week 6 of wrestling night. And like, if there's only 9 people in the room, I'm not going to run these autographs, that I'm paying $40-$50 for that are going to sell for 15 or 20. So wrestling night is going to be put on the shelf for a while. I'll probably run some like special event wrestling nights because I've got plenty of inventory left. I actually ran some stuff. I had on a random Friday afternoon, I ran some wrestling cards. I had one of my guys who bought a bunch on Thursday night. He's like, do you have any Finn Balor or this? And I'm like, yep, let's run it. And he was the only bidder. But I ran probably 50 wrestling cards yesterday afternoon. Most of them went for $1. A few, like Cena was selling for $2 or $3 each. But I was happy with that. Like, I'm happy to move this stuff for $1 each. Hell yeah. Especially on like a daytime show, because that's what I expect. I expect most of my stuff to go in the $1 to $3 range on Fridays. It was weird. Yesterday was weird though. I would have some stuff sell for a couple bucks, and then like I'd run a Marvin Harrison Jr. rookie and it wouldn't even get a bid. I had a Michael Jordan sell for $1. But then I'd have other stuff. I'd have like an 89 Topps Cal Ripken Jr. sell for $3. Very bizarre. But that's what you get. Project 2020 was a big hit yesterday. Project 2020 was going for $15 to $20 each. I think around 15 was kind of 10 to 15 maybe was more the average. So yeah, it was kind of a weird day. And so basically what I do when it's weird like that is, all right, if you want Project 2020, here's more. You want wrestling, here's more. If you're going to bid on it, we'll keep it going. So that's kind of my strategy on those types of sales. So I think my weekend sales, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be I don't think there's going to be any crazy high bids, but you never know. I say that, and then all of a sudden it turns, and holy crap, a Cal Raleigh rookie sells for $72. So you never know. It could be Michael Jordan sells for $1. So I expect it to be okay to good. I don't expect ugly. I don't expect great. Okay to good. That's my prediction. We'll see. 1 o'clock today, 1 o'clock Central this afternoon, eBay Live, first of 3 weekend shows, 2 tomorrow, 1 and 7 Central. Orlando, what's going on? I think Orlando is going to be on Hobby Hotline in about 20 minutes. Boy, they have a lot to talk about today on Hobby Hotline. A lot to talk about. Just the Upper Deck letter this week, that's enough to carry a show. But then you got the Panini potential sale in the news. Could go all day. Jody, good morning. Gem City says no cards were being given out on our route last night, but one house had king-size candy bars and soft serve ice cream. What? Was that Willy Wonka's house? Holy shit. A fat kid's dream. That's every kid's dream. Even the skinny kids like that. Max says Turkey Day first. Well, on the calendar, yeah, we get to Turkey Day, but how are you celebrating Turkey Day? Like, why can't you celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving at the same time? I think Christmas and Thanksgiving go together like chocolate and peanut butter, like a delicious Reese's Pieces or Reese's peanut butter cup. Although Reese's Pieces are good too. Sunflower says our Halloween party was pretty quiet. We were 3 blocks from the biggest attraction in our town, an 8-0 high school football team. Hey, nice. The community was pretty consumed by that, I believe. Nice. We had, I don't know if there were, I don't follow Wisconsin high school football, but my alma mater, they play today. They also play at 1 o'clock. So I'll have my, actually, I'll probably have it on my TV in the background. So, it's a home game, so we actually have a broadcast, so that's good. So my team's 9-0, first-round playoff game against an opponent, Stark County, that they played for homecoming at my alma mater in Anawan, and beat them 48-6, I think, at homecoming in Anawan. The only game I went to. So hopefully they in Stark County, they were both 5-0 going into that game. Yeah, they were both 5-0 going into that game. Anawan went undefeated, won the next 4 games. Stark County lost the last 4 games. And they didn't just lose, they got hammered. Like, that was, Anawan was their first loss, 48-6. And then they proceeded to get blown out in every game to end the season. And they finished 5-4. Herman, what's going on? Good morning. Gundy says, I live out in the country, 0 trick-or-treaters. I think so. My wife rolled her eyes. I said, I want to count the trick-or-treaters. And she's like, don't you have a better use of your time? And I'm like, it doesn't take any time. I've got this app. I downloaded an app, which I could probably use I'm not stationary at I was thinking the Madison Card Show, but I'm not, I'm walking all over the place. So I guess I could, that was my thought. And then that's not going to work. But anyway, I downloaded this app. I'll probably delete it soon to count just click, 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 click. It's basically just one of those counters. And I'm like, it takes boom, boom. It takes me less time than to hand out candy. And I think I got that from my mom would write down, my mom had a notebook, next to, she had a table, when I was growing up. And I guess I didn't notice this when I was a kid actually trick-or-treating, but as I grew out of trick-or-treating, she had a notebook next to the candy dish, and she would do check marks and count all the trick-or-treaters. We had 17 trick-or-treaters this year. So now where my mom lived, it's right on a main highway. And so it's kind of dark, the street light. I don't know. It's not a good neighborhood to trick-or-treat right along the main highway. And there's a lot of her neighbors don't participate. So she ended up stopping a couple of years. She would get cousins and nephews and nieces. They would come, and grandkids, I guess. Grandkids would come over, and she's like, I got six trick-or-treaters, all family. So she just gave up a couple years ago, and she goes up the street where it's still on not technically, the house sits on the highway across the street, but the door is like, they're in the garage, which faces like a side street. So, and there's more, houses are closer together, neighborhoods. So they go up there, and I think they had 13 trick-or-treaters. Now, it's also a small town. And it's spread out. So Orlando says, nice mantles. Thank you. I bought those in the inaugural rabbit hole auctions. My buddy Justin. Donald, good morning. Orlando says, Christmas starts when Hallmark starts showing Christmas movies. There you go. Orlando, he's on my team. Team Christmas, which I believe was started in mid-October. I'm okay with that. Celebrate when you want to celebrate. Gem City says, isn't the movie Dutch also a Thanksgiving film? I've never heard of Dutch, so I cannot answer that. Max says, nah, you can afford them. You can afford them sleeves. See how that works. Oh, I see what you did there. But I'm cheap. I'm not going to buy them. I'm just going to suffer the consequences of slippery sleeves. Gundy says, up north here in Wisconsin, we have deer season from now until Thanksgiving. Then it's Christmas season. Red lights in the house. Good morning. Max says, Halloween, fucking dumb. You suck. When you really think about it, it is fucking dumb. All the holidays are fucking dumb. I think all holidays are really, when you drill down to it, like everything in life is like silly. Like when you really think about it, like Halloween. We go door to door, knocking on strangers' doors, asking for candy. That's fucking weird when you say it like that. Or a big fat guy flies through the sky and delivers gifts through chimneys. It's fucking weird. Thanksgiving actually makes sense. Thanksgiving actually makes some sense. Just fucking stuff your bellies. Good morning. If you're not celebrating Thanksgiving to its fullest, then don't be stuffing yourself and watch football. I'll be doing all of the above. I'll be stuffing myself with food. I'll be watching football. I wish there was more. There is some college basketball on Thanksgiving Day, but not as much as I would like. Gem City says, they just don't want to get the fucking tree from the basement today. Let me at least eat all the kids' candy first. Well, you don't have to we don't put the tree up until usually after Thanksgiving. We don't put the Christmas tree and Christmas decorations up until after Thanksgiving. That doesn't mean, now my wife's Jewish, so she really doesn't care. She does, but, and I don't celebrate the real meaning of Christmas. I just celebrate the what do you call it? The greed and the gluttony of season. But so we don't put decorations and the tree up. We don't do that until the weekend after Thanksgiving. But I'm still watching Christmas movies and listening to Christmas music and enjoying the season that is. Sports card ripping teacher says, after the school party, I reminded my colleagues that Thanksgiving remained undefeated as a school holiday. Max says, I'm out though for a birthday out of town. Watch later. Gem City says, I had incredible luck in a break yesterday. Princess Tiana 1 of 1, Disney Mint. I'm fielding offers if any Disney fans are listening. I don't even know who Princess Tiana is. Is that Princess Tiana? I don't know. There's new movies that I don't know. Like Mulan. Is that a movie? Mulan? Or is that Moulin Rouge? I'm out. I'm out on Disney. I don't know Disney. Dat Dude says Halloween. I don't know many things, actually. Dat Dude says Halloween has definitely gotten better than when I was a kid. No circus peanuts and candy corn like I got. Never GPKs or tops, right? Hey, so speaking of that, I want to do, I saw this and I actually saved it to my phone. I forgot to email it to myself. So I want to talk about candy. I ate more candy yesterday than I probably have all year. And I was eating it all. Snickers, Reese's, Twix, Kit Kat. What else did I have? Probably some licorice. All right, I got to insert. Oh, there we go. It's changed. The iPhone has changed. Oh, there's also a new update last night. All right. So where's my email at? Did I email it to the right address? I did. Okay. All right. So I want to talk about Christmas candy or Halloween candy. See, my mind's already on Christmas. All right. Halloween candy. So I saw this. Am I able to? All right, we'll just do this. Present. All right. This is the bracket of Halloween candy. All right. So I found a couple of the options odd, like sour straws and airheads. Like that's kind of an odd nerd clusters. And also the seedings. Like Mike and Ike's at a 16 is unfair. I love Mike and Ike's. I would not seed them a 16. Candy corn at a 6 should be illegal. Like I get putting candy corn on this list, but at a 6 seed, that should be a 16. Nerd clusters shouldn't even make this list, and they're a 3 seed. All right, so those are my qualms with this best Halloween candies of all time. And I bet they did this. I bet they did this to incite reaction like I just did to get clicks and engagement. This is bait. All right, so best Halloween candies of all time. I went through my bracket. So this is how my bracket would play out. The 1 versus 16 matchup, even though I love Mike and Ike's, Snickers is one of the goats of candy. So Snickers moves on. Closer battle for a 1 versus 16, though, than it should be because Mike and Ike's are great. You got an 8-9 matchup, which is okay. Sour straw's not really a candy I would think about. I don't know if I would put them in a top 16. So I'm moving Twix on. So I've got a 1 versus 8, Twix versus Snickers. Let's go to the bottom bracket. We've got a number 5. This is your classic 5 versus 12. This is a tough matchup. Number 5 Kit Kat versus number 12 Milky Way. This is tough. I had to think about this. And this is one of those where it depends on the time of day. Like right now, I'm going Kit Kat in a very close battle. Like this is like a buzzer beater. This is teams duking it out back and forth. Kit Kat prevails on the last second. You ask me this afternoon, I might say Milky Way advances on a last second shot. So I'm going Kit Kat 5. So we're straight chalk right now. And then we go Sour Patch Kids versus Starburst. This is a very difficult decision for me because I love Sour Patch Kids, but I had some Starburst last night and I'm like, damn, I forgot how good Starburst is. I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to go 13 Starburst, upsetting number 4 Sour Patch Kids. And it pains me to do this because I love Sour Patch Kids, but I don't know. There's just something simplistic about Starburst. And speaking of simplistic, we go to the next matchup, and we've got a number 14 Hershey's. Talk about simplistic. The most simplistic candy there is. It's plain, but it's delicious. Hershey's, a 14. What the hell? Against a 13 Nerd Clusters? I mean, these seeds should be flip-flopped. Although I wouldn't seed Hershey's as high as a 3. And I honestly wouldn't even put Nerd Clusters in the top 16. So without question, this is a blowout for Hershey's. Hershey's blows out the 3 seed Nerd Clusters. That's just poor seeding. Number 6 Candy Corn, again, poor seeding, against a number 11 Skittles. I don't know. Maybe if I'm really diving deep into this, maybe Skittles is, deserving of an 11. I'd probably have them a few spots higher. But this is an easy upset. Skittles demolishes Candy Corn. A 7-10 matchup. Airheads, another candy that I don't really think of, but it's good. I got M&M's moving on. M&M's also up there in a just a classic candy. M&M's 10/7, easy. Reese's number 2. I could flip flop 2 and 1. Snickers, Reese's, Snickers, Reese's versus Laffy Taffy. Again, Laffy Taffy, a delicious candy. Maybe a little underseated here at 15. Reese's blows them out. Even though Laffy Taffy is a good candy, number 2, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. My goodness, one of the goats of candy. Easy number 2 win for Reese's. All right, back to the left side. We've got our 1-8 matchup in the second round. Snickers versus Twix. This is an easy. Snickers defeats Twix, and Snickers is in the Final Four. Now we go on. We've got I went with number 5 Kit Kat against number 13 Starburst. I'm going to keep Kit Kat here. In fact, either Kit Kat or Milky Way, I would have moving on over Sour Patch Kids and Starburst. So we've got Kit Kat versus Snickers in half of the Final Four. The other half, let's go to the right side. We've got Hershey's. We've got a 14 versus an 11. I like Skittles. I like Hershey's. This is a tough matchup. I'm moving Hershey's on. Hershey's gets to the Final Four as a number 14 seed. And in the bottom right bracket, we've got a number 10 M&M's against a number 2 Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And this is no battle for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. The number 2 seed moves on. So we've got number 1 Snickers versus number 5 Kit Kat. On the other side, we've got number 14 Hershey's versus number 2 Reese's. Snickers, easy chalk on this one. Snickers moves into the championship. Other side, we've got Reese's moving on. Easy win over Hershey's. Or was it Hershey's? Yeah, Hershey's. Number 2 versus number 1. This is goats of candy. These are the 2 best candies. Snickers, Reese's. Right now, I'm saying Snickers. I haven't eaten anything yet. Hungry? Why wait? Snickers. You ask me this afternoon, after I've had lunch, I might say, I need a Reese's. So in the moment, number 1 Snickers, the all-time best Halloween candy. Reese's comes in a close second. And that is my best Halloween candy. That's not my best Halloween candies. That's my interpretation of this bracket by Big Dawes TV, who made that bracket. Oops, I got to add myself. There we go. All right, let's go back to the chat. Dan says, to Max, did you trick or treat as a kid? Cooter says, how do you really celebrate Christmas? You only watch different movies. Christmas radio programming doesn't start until after Thanksgiving. No, we have Thanksgiving starting now. And Advent calendars are only 24 days. I celebrate by watching movies and listening to Christmas music. I bet one of our Christmas stations has turned on, I think November 1st, one of our local radio stations turns to all Christmas music. Gem City says, bullcrap. You have too. It's an Ed O'Neill, John Hughes film. Dutch. Look it up. All right. I got to look it up. Ed O'Neill. Oh, looks familiar. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Ed O'Neill plays Dutch. Film stars Ed O'Neill, Ethan Embry. Wow. Co-starring Jo Beth Williams, Christopher McDonald, Ari Myers, and E.G. Daly. The film was poorly received critically and was a box office bomb, although it gained a major cult following after its home video release. All right, so here's the plot. Dutch Dooley attends a ritzy party with his girlfriend, Natalie Standish. He stands out terribly among the upper-class guests as he makes boorish comments and wears a cheap suit. Natalie's relaxed, less rigid personality also does not fit with the other attendees. Dutch meets Natalie's snobbish, wealthy ex-husband, Reed, who tells Natalie that he will have to break his Thanksgiving plans with their son, Doyle, for an unexpected business trip to London, and that Natalie will have to tell Doyle. Da-da-da-da-da. I don't know if I've ever seen this movie, and I was watching I was watching movies in 1991, 92. I don't know if I've ever seen Dutch. It looks familiar. It doesn't sound familiar. Maybe I'll have to watch it. I'll celebrate Thanksgiving and watch Dutch at some point this month. Andy says, if West Aurora wins our playoff game today, we play the winner of Mount Carmel and Loyola, the last 3-year 8A champ or last 3 years 7A champ. Ooh, that's tough. Dat Dude says, holidays are about a money grab from any number of industries. Maybe not why they originated, but that machine is well oiled now. All aboard. I agree with that. Cooter says, the only holiday I celebrate is Indy 500 Day. Orlando says, gotta go. Getting ready for Hobby Hotline with Uncle Rich at 11 on 4 Collectors. I'll tune in. It's on right now. Gem City says, on the TV right now, A Christmas Story. Dan says, my high school, De La Salle, has a good team when I was there, but I haven't followed them. Just looked up their record this year. 0-9, and have been outscored 428-27. Oof. That's a tough season. Cooter says, Moulin Disney, Moulin Rouge, Paris Strip Club. Not good to confuse at family dinners. Gundy says both those are movies, but Moulin Rouge is not Disney. Snickers is the only answer, says Cooter. Dat Dude says Hershey bar at 14 is disrespectful. When you think chocolate, you think Hershey. I agree. It's not one of my favorites, but it's definitely in like a top 5, top 10 conversation. Sports card ripping teacher, good morning. It's been a rough year for the boys at 3455 South Wabash. Sunflower says, now that you are done with that candy, don't forget about that flu shot. Ooh, yeah, I'm flying next weekend. Fun Dip is the number 17 that can unseat them all. You know, I don't like Fun Dip anymore. Fun Dip was one of my favorites as a kid. Doesn't do it for me as an adult. Hershey is loaded with paraffin, wax. Snickers, easy champ. Snickers. Florida baseball card dude, good morning. AI says that's a myth, Cooter. Candy is coated in it to make it shiny. LOL, well, watch it. Al Bundy was in Dutch? Yeah, right during his heyday of Al Bundy, even. Sports card ripping teacher says, okay, that's what I thought. So must have been, I wonder if that's why it was a box office bomb, because he is Al Bundy. Like, this is 1991 when that movie was released. That's like prime Al Bundy, like the height of Married with Children. Maybe that's why it bombed, because it's like, that's not Al Bundy. All right, I want to go because I want to watch Orlando on Hobby Hotline. So tune in. They're over on the 4 Collectors channel. I'm going to go. You can catch me back here, or catch me on eBay Live. Not back here, but on eBay. I haven't figured that out yet. I tried it the other day. It didn't work. So catch me on eBay Live. 1 o'clock Central today. I'll be auctioning off some good stuff. 1 o'clock today, eBay Live. See you there.